Howdy cowboys and cowgirls, and welcome back. Since the previous episode I've been playing around looking for decorations which we can put outside our hotel, and I found this in the Nuka DLC. Some hay bales and some hitching posts. I also placed down a water pump and some crates outside, and it looks a bit more westernish maybe. I also moved the workbench back here, and I also made a small kitchen garden for the hotel. But we have other things to do. We shall build a bar. I think I start with the kitchen. This is from a mod called Northland Diggers, and this mod has a great variety of a different resource station, and this Wasteland Chef set provides variations of prepared food. And I just need to assign one settler to this, and they will produce some food every day. We also need a stove, and I have a rather big selection of this in my workshop, but most of them are way too new or too modern, or so I went for this old cooking stove from the vanilla build set. And I think this fits what we're trying to achieve here. And we have a rather large bar area, and we need a large, long bar counter. So this is very suitable, I think. Yeah, and in the back wall I placed down some of these diner counters because, yeah, in lack of wooden cabinets and shelves. I have wooden shelves, of course, but not like these. I think they will go rather well here, I think. Just to place them a bit more accurate, perhaps, and we're good to go. Small adjustments. Yeah, there's one thing in the conquest settlements. I, for some reason, do not have. If I was in a vanilla settlement now, I would have a large selection of bar counters, rugs, and different bar sets. But unfortunately, I don't know why. But in conquest, these are not visible. They are not in the build menu at all. But these are. And this is from a mod called Immersive Vendors, I think. Yeah, I'll make a link in the description. And with, but of course we can snap it or place it inside the counter with the place everywhere mod. But I'm not completely satisfied with the position of this, and this is not what I had in mind when I want to make this bar. I would like to have just the bar counter and one or two people working behind it, but tried to place it here at the end, but I realized this would interfere with the chef and the place behind there. Yeah, too narrow everything. So try to move it again on the other side. Yeah, something like that. It's not ideal, but it'll just have to do. I want to separate the kitchen area a little bit from the guests area, so I put up this wall, small wall, and I continue with shelves. This is from the do-it-yourself mod, which is great, and decorating it's like no time at all, almost. And then we just place down a lot of clutter from the same mod. Here we have some food-related clutter, ingredients. And some more booze and alcohol. Some welcome drinks on the counter. In this corner I decided maybe I go for some storage area. So I placed down a few bookcases here. Fill them with clutter. But then I also realized, wait, the chef and the barman, they really need to wash their hands or something. So I put up a sink here. That's very important, boys and girls. Wash your hands very often. And some crates and some goes here as well. I would like to put some barrels outside of this area, so the barman can store his moonshine and whiskey. And these signs also I place behind the bar counter on the back wall here. This goes outside. No shooting beyond this point. So outside you can shoot as much as you like, but not inside. And some more shelves. This is now sticking out of the wall, and adjust it, something like that. Of course, a Western bar needs round table, round poker table. Or so we place down. I think we put down 8 of these, and some square tables at the walls. And I went for these wooden chairs from the vanilla built decoration set. It fits the lore more or less, if you can say that. And some more chairs. The bar stools, these can be tricky to point the correct direction from where the NPCs sitting. But if you find one of these with the back, this gives an indication which direction all of them chairs are pointing. And then, since we're not going to have electricity here, I went around placing a whole lot of candles around and some lanterns as well. I'm a bit unlucky with these lanterns. Place them down, and if you're like knocking it over, it's yeah. Tried to place one here, but no, just fell down. And after looking around, I thought maybe it was too dark in the bar area, so I placed a whole lot of candles here as well. Around even more, I got rid of these stupid lanterns which will not stay in place, and I went over and used the OC decorator to place down some beer bottles, some booze, some glasses. To make it look like someone's been using the bar. When I was up in Red Rock at Nuka, I also recruited two guys to come here. I think one shall be working in the kitchen garden, and the other one should be here in the... He's the chef. I hired him as a chef. We also need to have dinnerware, kitchenware, so we put down some plates, and this is also from Do It Yourself. And I wanted to have some pots and pans close to the stove, so I added another bookshelf here. Filled it with clutter. Continue with putting up some signs and commercials. Of course, we need to have a diner menu. Also placing menus all around, on the bar counter, on the tables. All around. And we need more alcohol commercials, of course. So, some whiskey sign, some beer, and wine, and more beer. And even more beer. I didn't want to overdo it, so I think maybe it's too much already of these posters and signs. I also decided I should have some more lights in the corners, so I put down some more candles on these barrels. And after dark, it looks like this.
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah? Don't much care for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble. Yes?
So that's it for now. Join me again in the next episode where we continue building our western town. Until then, take care and play nice. Recosite out.